Okay, what's up? What's going on, everybody? You have now tuned into my Bad Girls Club reunion recap. We have come to an end, you guys. It's going to be the last Bad Girls Club recap that you're going to see. Well, maybe, unless they switch it up and it's still hot and makes me want to actually do a recap. We shall see what happens. I'll be on the lookout, though. And y'all could definitely hit me up on, like, Twitter, Instagram, or Snapchat. They're all Samore's World. And you can definitely let me know if you hear anything, and I'll decide going forward. All right, so shout out to Alexander the Great, who was like, the reunion would have literally been boring without Keyonna. And to Hershey Kiss, who was like, I guess this show has come to an end because the reunion seemed extra corny. You know what? You are so right. I was thinking you were saying Keiyarra. I had to look at the name again. But yeah, Keyonna definitely, she made it funny. And I mean, there was some times when I felt like she was doing a little too much, but she definitely brought the spice. She brought people like out of their little like sitting down shell. Like, I think people wouldn't have been so mad if Keyonna wasn't there to kind of like spice them up real quick. So you definitely made a good point, Alexander. So now let's talk about what we saw. Okay, what I saw. So it was all right. So we we started off with another unsuccessful fight from Keyonna, right? So we already seen how her fights are usually pretty unsuccessful. This one started out pretty much the same way, but this time it was actually because Susan was the one who was trying to run up and try to fight, but yeah, it didn't go down like that. And they actually ended up taking Susan off the stage. So I guess Keyonna kind of got what she wanted because, you know, she got to sit on stage by herself, you know, doing her thing. I mean, not necessarily by herself, but y'all know what I mean. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Okay. So Keiyarra, she spills the tea and says something about how Sayorra was calling she was calling Susan a hoe, but then she was the same person who F somebody's husband and daddy on the show. So, you know, that old guy that we was talking about previously, you know, that guy that I was just like, really? That's what you want to do on the show and say that that's what you did? I mean, girl. I mean, she stopped, but you still started. So, yeah, you still whack for that. I'm sorry. So, yeah, I guess he's somebody's husband. Sipping that tea. So yeah, she was saying how she's mad nasty because she did it for $20 and she didn't even eat the meal that he bought her, and she was like she got more from him than she did, and she effed him, you know, and yeah, I mean, it's kind of true. I mean, can't really deny something that's true. I mean, Sayorra's happy anyway because she done got herself a new body. She done financed it, so we already know. Like I was saying in the last episode, ain't nobody trying to really fight like that. Like, okay, you know, I just sit there. Okay, cool. Because, you know, you done got that new body. You ain't trying to get it messed up by fighting. What? That's like getting your new car and talking about I'm gonna go take it on a freaking race, or what do they call it, drag race or something like that. Like, no. You gonna drive with caution, honey, when you got that new Audi or that new Benz or something. So Susan, she's not married anymore. She reveals that her husband, he's from Africa. He actually had two wives. He had her. He also had somebody else. And that person had a child for him. But she just told him initially, they probably did some kind of papers thing, you know? I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, she said that she told him that she wasn't going to be like faithful to him or anything like that, because where she come from, if somebody's doing their own thing, she's gonna do her own thing too. So yeah, that's why I guess that was the whole thing. But she never really said anything like that on the show. Now she's coming up with a reason as to why she was doing what she was doing. I think she just maybe she didn't like the way she was portrayed on the show or something. I mean, if anything, he probably left her because she was doing her thing. And even if they was allowed or had an agreement to do it privately, I mean, doing it in front of his family, in front of everybody that he knows, is just like degrading to him. And, you know, like certain cultures, that's definitely shunned upon. Like, you can't do something like that and think it's okay, acceptable. Like, everybody he'll be like a disgrace to his family and his friends and his culture. So he definitely, I can see why he would want to divorce her, especially when she was going around prancing around like it was okay. If you want to do something, don't like, oh, pretty much like show it like you don't care and be bragging about it like that. She didn't even have to tell anybody that she was married, to be honest. I mean, none of them knew her like that. I just felt like Susan came in and just gave everybody ammo, and they used it against her like a lot of people would, which, like we seen last episode, Keyonna was just like, she didn't really tell anybody anything about her because she didn't want people to have nothing over her, to hang over her head or against her, anything like that, which was smart. That's what I'd have did. So Keyonna, she was like, after a while, she was starting to get like a bit annoying and stuff, and she ends up like even pissing Tanisha off, because Tanisha was just like, yo, that's not cool, because Tanisha was just like, yo, you keep on talking over everybody. Of course, somebody wants to call me right now. My mom, I'll call her back. Hopefully she doesn't keep on like trying to call me every minute, because my mom does that. So, yeah, these girls was kind of like, I felt like they was kind of letting their emotions get the best of us. Keyarra, she ended up arguing with Francesca, and then she ended up walking off the stage. So then there was a point where they came to like this big old brawl because Keyonna said to Susan, oh, that's why your man divorced you. And, that's probably a sour spot for her, especially if maybe she lost everything because of the show. Because obviously she was married, and after the show she wasn't married. So it could have been she lost all bat and ball because of the show. So, that's probably like a little sore spot for her. So she kind of cut her real deep. So then Susan like kind of lunges, but I was confused with that part because instead of lunging after Keyonna, she ends up going after Francesca, who didn't even say anything. So this time around, Keyonna was ready for her. This time around, she caught her by her hair. She was not let go. And that's the crazy thing about it, is that the security guys come and they trying to pull everybody apart. And Seven, she tried to jump in and stuff like that. But yeah, the crazy thing about it was that everybody's trying to pull them apart. But she had her hair so tight, like it was making it worse. Like, you're causing a lot of pain to somebody's head if you're holding on their hair and everybody's like pulling, but you're still holding with all your might. You know what I mean? So yeah, Tanisha had to like talk to Keyonna real quick and give her that Brooklyn sister child kind of talk, let her know real quick that you can't be doing that. You have, like, you was really crazy the whole entire show, and I was really rooting for you. I was hoping that you would have been better, and you was doing a lot of petty stuff throughout the show, and I was really rooting for you because we from the same city. You know what I'm talking about? Like New York. Like, she definitely. The only thing I like is that she got people going. She kind of reminded me a little bit of I can't remember her name. I got the voodoo for you, Judy Jai. She kind of reminded me a little bit of her because remember Judy used to get people upset like that too, like do like little stupid stuff or kind of just like poke at somebody until they get crazy. And Judy knew she couldn't fight, but she would definitely say what she had to say. That's my Pisces sister right there. But yeah, that's how she was. So she kind of reminded me of that, but at least like there was some parts where she was kind of able to hold her own, So yeah, what happened after that? I think Keiyarra came back and she put on like her hoodie and stuff because Brianna was about to come out, and she felt like Brianna would probably try to retaliate because of that sucker punch that she gave her before she left, which was messed up. I don't know if it was me. It would have took a whole lot. I mean, I'm a good person, but it would have took a whole lot to like just be chilling there looking at somebody that dead punched you in the face and like kind of ambushed you and you wasn't even ready. You know what I mean? Like, at least when Brianna and her fought, Keiyarra can't say that she wasn't ready because she was ready. She was the one that kind of initiated because she tried to choke her. The other way around, like, this girl wasn't ready. That was not okay. And she still tried to justify it when, because you know how Bad Girls Club, these producers and everything, they super messy. So these girls was good for a moment. And even Tanisha was like, I'm surprised that you, Brianna, is not coming for Keiyarra. And she was just like, I'm over that, and it already happened, and that's it. Like, she hasn't been talking about me or anything on social media, so I'm over it. But she was coming for Susan because she felt like Susan was talking a whole bunch of crap about her on social media with the Twitter fingers, doing one of those. So, doing a Meek Mill. I forgot the damn line. I was about to say it, but I'm not a rapper. And I know Drake said something about something with the Twitter fingers, But so yeah, they ended up showing the clips, to show their interactions and stuff like that. I mean, you could see the girls was getting a little bit heated. You can tell the girls was getting like a little bit heated or whatever, but it wasn't to the point where they wanted to fight. It was more so Brianna really wanted to fight with Susan because Susan was talking a whole bunch of crap. But then when she approached her, it was crazy how she wasn't saying nothing. But with Francesca and Keyonna, she had a whole lot to say, but she was staying quiet with Brianna because she knew, like, you could possibly get yourself whipped because this girl got hands. Like, this girl literally beat up Keiyarra. Like, she beat up a whole bunch of girls that was in this season, So yeah, then Susan, she claims that the only reason, finally, after being pressed several times about saying a whole bunch of crap on Twitter, she says that the only thing that she was coming at her for was because she said something about, Brianna said something about peasants, and she talks like that because she's a stripper who gets money. And she was like, it's messed up for her to talk about people like that. And she was like, she used to be a stripper. And I'm like, really? Like, how much money was you getting? How much money was you getting on average? And why was it that you quit? I mean, I think I know why, but you can tell me. I mean, come on. I'm not even trying to play her like that. Or maybe I am. But that's like me saying I'm going to go be a stripper. Like, nobody's going to want to watch me coming down, trying to come down a pole. I mean, it's just not... I wouldn't want to watch me coming down a pole because I don't have that kind of body, that I would want a stripper to have, and that's what I see when I look at her. Like, I don't see the body that would say, oh, yes, come here and sit on mama's lap. Like, it doesn't appeal to me. Like, even that whole outfit she had on when she came in, I was like, why did she wear that outfit? Like, that's not fitting to her body, She's probably going to be the next one to come up with and fix herself up and come with a new bottom, a next one. Just like how the twins did. Remember how everybody used to call them SpongeBob? And now all of a sudden they all got the booties. They both got the booties. I guess they went together and got it done. So yeah, it was just kind of dumb or whatever. And they showed that Seven wanted to fight Brianna, and Brianna, they got up, they was about to fight, but then security stopped them, and Tanisha was just like, this is dumb. Like, why are you trying to fight these girls when out of all of them, I would have thought, if anything, you would, I'm happy that you're not, but I thought you would have been trying to fight Keiyarra. And she was just like, nah, like, we good, we over that or whatever. And I'm just like, well, you're a good person, because I don't know if I would have been able to, like, just simmer down and not really want to fight her. You know what I mean? But at least Bree did come ready, because as they say, you come ready, you don't got to get ready. They did pretty much end off on a positive note, so that was nice to see. And yeah, that was pretty much the end of it. It was nothing, like, super epic to talk about. It was funny how a lot of times they had Erica trying to calm Keyonna down or trying to calm Keiyarra down or whoever. When I'm like, Erica though, like, this is so weird to me, because I know how Erica is. Like, Erica's a person that would hop over tables to catch somebody. Erica's a person that will, like, throw fire on you if she had the opportunity, So just seeing her, I'm just like, at least she was able to do it. She said the right words. Maybe she been practicing. She's been like doing her meditations or whatever. Maybe it's been helping, because this is like a whole new look for her. But then again, doing a job and then living your life is two different things. So that could be part of the reason why as well, But yeah, that was pretty much the show. Goodbye, Bad Girls Club. And yeah, keep me posted if I don't see anything and you do, that any show like this or similar to it is coming back, or this one's coming back, or whatever, then let your girl know. Definitely be sure to check out my other recaps that I got going on. And tomorrow, you know, we got a doozy. We got 3 of them. We got Black Ink, we got Catfish, and we have Empire. You know, Empire is the one I'm really looking forward to. And Black Ink Crew, I believe it's the season finale. So going forward, we'll only have two to contend with. But thanks for watching, guys. Stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I'll see you in the next one. Later.